Good morning, everyone. First, I'd like to thank you all for coming out today in support of Joe Biden in this 2008 Senate election. Today, I have the privilege of introducing a man of great character, and I would like to take this time to tell you a few stories about him. When sharing his narrative, it is important to start from the beginning. In his youth, there is nothing particularly extraordinary about Joe Biden. Even so, he did experience his fair share of hardships early on. Like many are, Biden was the victim of bullying and also grew up with a speech impediment. But the greatest thing about this relatively unextraordinary man was his extraordinary response in the face of such adversity. Instead of surrendering to those bullies or to his stutter, he strengthened his mind so that he could overcome their ill treatment and took proactive measures such as reciting poetry to himself in the mirror to become a more fluent speaker. Later in his life, when faced with the tragic loss of his wife and daughter due to a car accident, he was overcome with such grief that he considered taking his own life. Thankfully, he did not fold. Despite his sadness, he continued to live and learned to cherish his family more than he already did. To this day, he rides the train from Wilmington to Washington daily so that he may come home to his loved ones. In his Senate career, which began at the young age of 29, Biden was able to become the chairman of the Committee on Foreign Relations and the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, among other positions. He sponsored legislation such as the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act, as well as promoting peace in countries like Balkans. Each one of these stories that I have shared with you all highlight the qualities that make Joe Biden not only a wonderful person, but also the only rightful candidate to represent the state of Delaware. His perseverance, determination, and kindness embody the America that our founding fathers intended for this great nation. His place in the Senate will ensure that the decisions being made behind closed doors will be the ones that we, the public, want. His qualifications are indisputable, enough so that Barack Obama has announced that he has chosen him as his vice president running mate in the current presidential elections just last Saturday. So without further ado, it is an honor for me to introduce Delaware's current and future Senator, Joseph R. Biden.